Good morning, students of class 9. You are welcome back to the e-classes now. We are doing history and today's date is 26th of June 2021. Now we are doing the new chapter, the Forest Society and the Colonialism. We have reached 1.2. In our previous class we have learned about the importance of trees, and next we have learned why deforestation. There are a number of reasons for deforestation, and today we will talk about sleeper on the tracks. So sleepers means wooden beams laid below the tracks to hold the tracks. There are altogether 6 points. We'll go one by one. Listen carefully and pay attention. By the early 19th century, oak trees are the hardest wood. They are the strongest trees, and they are also known as the king of the forest. Oak trees are called the king of the forest. So by the early 19th century, oak trees in England were disappearing. They have cut down all the oak trees, and this created a problem of timber. Timber means logs. Timber supply for the Royal Navy, because the Britishers or the Englishmen, they used to make ships out of oak trees. So they used to cut down oak trees and make planks, and they used to build ships. So they have cut down all the oak trees in England and it was disappearing. So this created a problem to the timber supply for the Royal Navy. So now number 2, how could English ships be built without oak trees? So they had a problem. Now how could English ships be built without a regular supply of strong and durable timber? Durable means lasting. Oak trees last, their wood lasts a long time. They are very hard and strong. So how could they maintain, or how could they carry on building ships without regular supply of timber, durable and strong timber? Now how could imperial power be protected? They began to wonder, they began to think and worry, how could their power be protected and maintained without ships? They need ships to carry their troops, to carry goods, and to occupy foreign lands. They require ships. So how could they maintain their power and protect their power without ships? They require more and more ships. And number 4, by 1820s, search parties, search means find, by 1820s search parties were sent to explore means examine, find the forest resources in India. So from England a team was sent to explore the forest resource in India, because India was colonized by them. Within a decade means a period of 10 years, within a decade trees were being felled on a massive scale in India. So all the oak trees began to be cut down. So they started cutting down these oak trees, and timbers were exported from India. The timber means logs. The logs were exported from India to England for building ships. Not only that, the spread of railways in India from 1850s created a new problem, or created a new demand for more trees to cut down. So the spread of railways in India, as railways were essential for colonial trade, because they need to take the food grains from the interior part of the land to the harbor, they require railways. As railways were essential for colonial trade and for the movement of their troops, so they laid down railway tracks, and for that they required sleepers, and for sleepers more trees were cut down. So in this way deforestation took place, or the trees were cut down. Number 6, to run locomotives, locomotive means trains, steam engines. To run locomotives, wood were needed as fuel. Nowadays we have diesel engine, electric engine. Previously they were steam engine, and they required fuel. They used to use coal. In order to send the coal to England, they started using wood. To run locomotives, wood was needed as a fuel, and to lay railway tracks, to lay railway lines, sleepers were required. Sleepers means beams, wooden beams. Nowadays you have concrete beams. But in the olden days, sleepers were required, wooden sleepers, required to hold the tracks together. For that reason, they require sleepers, and for that, they required timber. And for timber, they used to cut down forests. So these are the causes of deforestation during colonial period. So these are all from 1.2, and to be continued, more are there. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for your watching. We'll meet in the next class and continue more. So thank you very much.